देखना होगा वो देख ले, an intelligent man will benefit from it. जिसको नहीं, जिसको entertainment ही चाहिए होगा. So there's a new term called edutainment. You provide education and you entertain them in the form of storytelling or something that you engage them.
Hello and welcome to Rabbi Rashi Foundation. Today on our show, we have a well-known personality, Major Dr. Mohommed Ali Shah. He's an international TEDx speaker who has been invited numerous times by TEDx itself. It is an honor to share that Major Ali Shah has given the most TEDx talks worldwide. From being an Indian Army veteran, defense expert, political analyst, television panelist, and actor, who has acted well in films such as Haider, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, and many more. Sir, आपका बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है.
Shukriya, thank you, ma'am.
Ali Saab, tell us about brand Major Mohommed Ali Shah and your story in short.
I wish they were the brand Major Mohommed Ali Shah, but unfortunately, abhi to khair ऐसी कोई brand है नहीं. But I've been working very, very hard not to create a brand, but to affect people's lives in a way that, that people, because I have seen a lot of failures in my life. I am a motivational speaker today, not because I'm smarter or more talented or more intelligent or wiser than anyone who would be listening to me, but because I have made more mistakes than anyone who would be listening to me. But I've learned from those mistakes. And I probably would have seen more failures, more struggles, more humiliations, more hardships, more heartbreaks than anyone who would be listening to me. And I would tell people how to overcome those hurdles in life. So I will not call it a brand as yet, but it's certainly, I get the satisfaction of affecting people's minds in the right way, in the right direction, that way. In my childhood, I would stammer, stutter, lisp, get stuck while speaking. And I didn't have any friends also. And I was very underconfident, shy, timid boy. And so I went on stage once. I was in a boarding school in Ooty. I went on stage once and I was to recite a poem. And I forgot my lines on stage. And then there was a girl who I had a crush on in school. And she was sitting on the front row. And the moment I saw her, I forgot all my lines, as it is. And that night, I really cried a lot. And I thought that this mistake would not happen again. And thereafter, I worked on myself. I learned tongue twisters, difficult tongue twisters, like, if I say, Betty Butter bought a bit of butter, but the butter was bitter. So Betty Butter bought a bit of better butter to make the bitter butter better. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the seashells on the seashore are not seashells at all. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter picked? So many such tongue twisters. And then I started working on my speech. And all this happened. All this while, I did not realize it was a preparation or a training ground for something years later, or probably a couple of decades later, which would be in handy today. Today, I run an online public speaking academy where I train people in effective communication and about how to be better speakers, because communication skills, these are skills which are extremely, extremely important. We might have technical knowledge, technical know-how of a product, but if we can't communicate that properly, and communication skills are different than soft skills. People often take it like soft skills, they add communication as well over there as well, but that's totally different. That's soft skills is part of a behavioral training issue. In fact, that's different. And communication skills are, supposing I speak good English, or I speak good Hindi, or good Marathi, or good Bengali, or good Punjabi, but I should be able to communicate that as well. What I'm trying to express, you should be able to understand me. And if I'm able to connect with people, I'm communicating well, which people often mistake it as, speaking good English is good communication. I've worked very hard on my delivery as a public speaker.
क्योंकि आप हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं, Ali Saab. So I would like to ask you one thing. बहुत से ऐसे लोग होंगे जो आपके पास आते होंगे सलाह के लिए कि वो TEDx पे आना चाहते हैं. So it's not about, as you rightly said, English or Hindi, you know. You're an international TEDx speaker, but I really want to know in a layman's language, एक TEDx speaker को क्या चाहिए?
That's a very interesting question by you. और ये सवाल अक्सर मेरे से पूछा जाता है कि भाई बहुत लोग हैं जो ख्वाहिश रखते हैं कि हमको जिंदगी में कम से कम एक मर्तबा एक बार हमको TEDx टॉक तो देनी ही देनी है. तो मैं पूछता हूं उनसे, क्यों भाई आप इतने दीवाने क्यों हो TEDx के पीछे? ऐसा क्या है खास? कल की ही बात है, एक IELTS ट्रेनर है, उन्होंने मेरे से पूछा कि भाई मेरे को TEDx पे जाना है, तो गाइडलाइंस क्या होंगे? मैं कुछ नहीं, बड़ा सिंपल, इट्स ऑल अबाउट शेयरिंग आइडियाज. द टैगलाइन ऑफ TEDx इज आइडियाज वर्थ शेयरिंग, व्हिच मींस अगर आपके पास कोई एक ऐसा अनोखा आइडिया है लेकिन आपके पास आवाज नहीं है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है इसको लोगों तक पहुंचाने का. Now TEDx has got अनगिनत millions of subscribers, millions. It's one of the largest YouTube channels in the world. अब TEDx पे आप 18 मिनट का वक्त आपको दिया जाता है, तकरीबन 18 मिनट, 2-1 मिनट ऊपर नीचे चलते हैं कोई बात नहीं, मगर इफ यू कैन स्टिक टू 18 मिनट्स और बिलो, इनफैक्ट जहां तक मेरा तजुर्बा रहा है TEDx का, the best TEDx talks are the ones which are of 5 minutes. Why? Because it's crisp. You share the idea. It's about it's. And बहुत लोग सोचते हैं कि TEDx पे अगर मेरे को, जैसे कि बहुत बार बुलाया हुआ है, तो बहुत अच्छा स्पीकर होगा, नंबर 1 स्पीकर होगा. ऐसा नहीं होता. मैं अपने आप को अच्छा स्पीकर पहली बात तो मानता ही नहीं. दूसरी बात कि इट्स नॉट अबाउट स्पीकिंग वेल, इट्स नॉट अबाउट कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, इट्स अबाउट शेयरिंग एन आइडिया. अगर मैं ठीक से बात भी ना कर पाऊं लेकिन एक आइडिया जरूर है मेरे पास, ये आइडिया जो काम करेगा, तो TEDx आपको बुलाएगी. और जैसे आपको ख्वाहिश होती है TEDx पे जाने की लोगों को, वैसे ही TEDx को भी ख्वाहिश होती है एक अच्छा आइडिया लाने की. और अगर उस आइडिया के साथ आप अच्छा कम्युनिकेट भी कर पा रहे हैं, अच्छा बोल भी पा रहे हैं, सोने पे सुहागा हो गया. इट्स लाइक पैकेजिंग अ प्रोडक्ट. अब प्रोडक्ट को आपने पैकेज तो कर दिया, एक प्रोडक्ट बना दिया आपने, अब उसको पैकेज करके बेचना है. हाउ डू यू प्रेजेंट इट, दैट ऑल्सो मैटर्स. So, उस तरीके से तो TEDx का ये है कि it should be non-political, non-religious, non-controversial, no marketing from stage, and it should be an idea which everyone should be able to connect with it. आपको लाइसेंस में, आपको TEDx यूथ में, स्कूल में, या TEDx स्कूल या कॉलेज या यूनिवर्सिटी, TEDx कॉर्पोरेट, TEDx सिटी, जैसे कि TEDx हैदराबाद है और एक TEDx मुंबई है, मुंबई वो TEDx गेटवे है, तो these are the largest. और एक बांग्लादेश में होता है TEDx Gulshan, which is considered to be the largest, the most popular TEDx event of entire Asia. हिंदुस्तान भी एशिया के अंदर आ गया. अब आप सोचिए इंटरनेशनली एशिया का सबसे पॉपुलर TEDx होगा TEDx गुलशन में. ऐसा मेरा मानना है. सर, इस परसेप्शन अगेन उसको मैं परसीव करता हूं. हालांकि ये मेरा सौभाग्य रहा है कि 2020 में पैंडेमिक से जस्ट पहले, जनवरी 17, 2020, I was invited by TEDx Gulshan and I had gone to Bangladesh, to Dhaka. और TEDx से एक ब्रांड, इंसान सोचता है कि मैं ब्रांड बन गया, TEDx स्पीकर बन गया, ये हो गया वो हो गया. लोग मुझे कहते हैं कि भाई यू आर एन इंटरनेशनल TEDx स्पीकर हु हैज गिवन द हाईएस्ट नंबर ऑफ TEDx टॉक्स इन द वर्ल्ड. तो मैंने कहा वो मैं नहीं जानता कैसे हुआ, बस हो गया. क्योंकि बहुत लोग इंट्रीग्ड हैं TEDx के लिए, पीछे मरते हैं लोग, मैं जानता हूं बहुत लोग इसके. तो इट्स एंड ऑल्सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली आप लोग सतर्क रहिए. अगर कोई पैसे मांगे TEDx के, बोले, तो वो फ्रॉड है. उस चक्कर में आप पढ़ना ही मत, बिकॉज TEDx इज अ नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. दे डू नॉट पे यू, दे डू नॉट मेक मनी आउट ऑफ इट. सो इट इज ऑल अबाउट, सो इफ पीपल आर सेइंग आई विल गेट योर TEDx टॉक बट यू पे मी दिस मच, दैट इज रॉन्ग. So don't fall in that trap. I'm telling you once again. And most of these talks अगर होती भी हैं where TEDx does not know कि पैसे का लेन देन हुआ है, those talks would not get published eventually. भाई आपका मतलब केवल TEDx तक पहुंचना ही नहीं है, आपका मतलब है कि वो टॉक को भी दुनिया देखे ना YouTube पे. और अगर एक ऐसा अनोखा आइडिया है तो इट विल वर्क. दीज आर द बेसिक गाइडलाइंस ऑफ TEDx जो अक्सर मेरे से लोग पूछते हैं. एंड द ओनली थिंग दैट स्टॉप्स यू from reaching where you want to go, I see it as two things. One is getting started. आप स्टार्ट करेंगे तो आप नहीं तो जनी शुरुआत कर दी ना, आप पहुंचेंगे वहां पे, भलाई देर आए मगर दुरुस्त आएंगे, पहुंचेंगे। दूसरी वजह है नथिंग बट योर ओन सेल्फ, आप खुद को अपने आप रोकते हैं। लाइक देयर इज अ हॉर्स व्हिच इज टाइड टू अ ट्री, which is a wooden log rather, not even a tree, and the horse is imagining that it's tied to a tree, so it will not move, क्योंकि मेंटल ब्लॉक रहेगा जहन में कि भाई मैं तो पेड़ से बंधा हुआ हूं, मैं यहां से हिल नहीं पाऊंगा। एक हाथी है, हाथी का बच्चा था, जब वो सर्कस के जो रिंग मास्टर थे उसको बांध दिया करते थे पेड़ से, चेन से। अब वो हाथी का बच्चा बड़ा होने लग गया और बड़ा हुआ, बट दैट हाथी की माइंडसेट अभी तक ग्रो नहीं हुआ। वो ये उसके जहन में था कि भाई तो मैं चेन से बंधा हुआ हूं, मैं यहां से हिल नहीं पाऊंगा। एंड बट इफ द एलिफेंट वांटेड इट कुड हैव easily had broken the chain and gone wherever it wanted. So if you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win but think you cannot, there's almost a hint you won't. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win the prize. For out in the world, we find success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster men, but sooner or later, the person who wins is the one who thinks he can, right?
Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we also read that you are a motivational speaker. Now, I want to know what is your one, I would say salha, suggestion to people out there who are facing a lot of challenges, how you fought those challenges, because what I understand that you've had a very long exposure to many such challenges. You were in the army, and then you've been into the Bollywood. You've been onto the TEDx, and also a family guy. So let's hear that. How do you manage to fight and overcome those challenges?
Okay, I will simplify this in a beautiful poem which I love, and I can assure you, all of you would love hearing this poem as well. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but have to sigh, when care's pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. See, life is square with its twists and turns, and all of us sometimes learn. And many a person turns about when he might have won, and he stuck it out. So don't quit. Though the pace seems slow, you may win with another blow. Often a struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late, when the night came down, how close he was to the golden crown. The success's failure turned inside out, the silver tint in the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem worst. You must not quit. So never give up. Never quit. And you said, I'm also a motivational speaker. Well, I am only a motivational speaker, and I'm also a person. I put it this way. So, एक और कविता है हिंदी में, ये सोहनलाल द्विवेदी की कविता है। लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती। एक नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों से 100 बार फिसलती है। मन का विश्वास, रगों में साहस बढ़ता है। चढ़कर गिरना, गिरकर चढ़ना ना करता है। मेहनत उसकी आखिर बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती। डुबकियां सिंधु में गोताखोर लगाता है, जा जाकर खाली हाथ लौट आता है। मिलते नहीं सहजे मोती गहरे पानी में, बढ़ता दुगना उत्साह इसी हैरानी में। मुट्ठी उसकी खाली हर बार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती। असफलता, ये बहुत जरूरी है। असफलता एक चुनौती है, उसे स्वीकार करो। क्या कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो। जब तक ना हो सफल, नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़ मत भागो तुम। कुछ करे बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती। So don't give up, कोशिश करिए। Don't quit when the tide is lowest, for it's just about to turn. Don't quit over doubts and questions, for there is something you may learn. Don't quit when the night is darkest, for there is just a moment until dawn. Don't quit when you have run the furthest, for the race is almost won. Don't quit when the hill is steepest, for your goal is almost nigh. Don't quit, for you're not a failure unless and until you fail to try.
Absolutely heartwarming, sir. बहुत ही अच्छे से आपने बताया. See, honestly, there are these days, when you go on LinkedIn, social media, you find there are many, many, many motivational speakers. There are coaches, life coaches. ऐसे बोलते हैं कि कुछ अच्छा बोल लेते हैं तो स्पीकर बन जाइए, ऐसे बोला जाता है. ठीक है. I want to know one thing about you, which, of course, we understand you're an international TEDx speaker and you've been, encouraged and you've got that recognition worldwide. We understand all that. One thing you as a person, which can actually help all those people who want to become a speaker.
Very interesting question of yours. देखिए, बात ऐसी है कि सबको TEDx स्पीकर बनना है, तकरीबन सबको अच्छा स्पीकर बनना है, सबको कुछ ना कुछ करना है. Like something like saying that, I want to lose weight. I know what it involves to lose weight. I know कि एक्सरसाइज करनी पड़ती है, डाइटिंग करनी पड़ती है, पसीना बहाना पड़ता है, मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. But I don't want to do all that activity that requires to lose weight. It's as simple as that. So speaker तो हम सब हैं. I think we are all born as speaker. We all learn to speak. हम speaker तभी से हैं. But फर्क केवल प्रोफेशनल स्पीकिंग पे है. अब प्रोफेशनल स्पीकिंग एज इन लाइक, अब जो कॉर्पोरेट जॉब में है वो भी स्पीकर हैं, वो भी बात कर रहे हैं अपनी रोजी रोटी के लिए, ठीक है. बट देयर आर सम स्पीकर्स हु वुड गेट पेड टू कम एंड डिलीवर अ टॉक. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, अर्लियर आल्सो आई वाज अ स्पीकर. तब वो केवल हॉबी थी मेरी, तब उसके पैसे नहीं मिलते थे. अब फर्क केवल ये हो गया है कि अब उसके पैसे मिलते हैं. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ माय, बिकॉज आई एम गिविंग माय टाइम and my voice to a particular channel, to a particular platform, to a particular stage. So I get paid for that. So that's the difference between a professional speaker and a speaker. And I think we all are speakers. And I feel if you can convert your hobby into your profession, you will never have to do a hard day's work for the rest of your life. And if you enjoy speaking, others will enjoy hearing you. Every viewer, every listener, every audience is looking for that one common thing. And that if you can get it right on that one common thing, and which is a connection, you've got to connect with the audience. ये नहीं कि भाई आपने हिंदी अच्छी बोल दी, अंग्रेजी अच्छी बोल दी, कविता अच्छी बोल दी, आपने ये कर दिया, आपने मोटिवेट कर दिया, आपने ये कर दिया. People should be able to see themselves in you. उनको दिखना चाहिए कि अरे मेरे को, it should be like a deja vu. अगर आप कहानी सुना रहे हैं, अरे ये कहानी कोई सुनी हुई लग रही है, ये तो मेरी कहानी है, ये तो मेरी कहानी बता रहे हैं. तो it should be like a reliving of their life. People should be able to relate. They should be able to correlate. They should be able to connect with you. They should be able to, and you as a speaker, you should be able to grip the imagination. So people tell me that, we would want to be coached by you. I say, well, I cannot coach anyone क्योंकि ये craft ऐसी है कि कोई आपको इसके बारे में सिखा नहीं सकता. कोई जादू मंत्र टोटका नहीं कर देगा. हाँ, आप सीख सकते हैं खुद. We will work together. I tell them that. And let me tell you honestly, and I'm not being modest about this, I learn more from my participants than perhaps what my participants learn from me. क्योंकि ये knowledge, ये विद्या, ये वो धन, ये skill, ये talent, ये ability, ये वो धन है कि कोई भी इसको आपसे चुरा नहीं सकता. जितना बांटोगे उतना और बढ़ेगी, it will multiply. और ये हमेशा महफूज सिक्योर रहेगी, ये तो कहीं नहीं जा रही.
You seem and you sound like a beautiful, soft-hearted soul. So tell us about your social initiatives.
Well, my social initiatives are just be kind. I mean, kindness does not really cost anything. Being kind to a person, being helpful to a person, anyone asks for help, should always be there. In how you can bring the society further for change, for growth. And I believe the society will not change unless and until you change your own self. So the first change starts from here, from our mentality, from our thinking. When you change your thinking, your mentality, we should stop being judgmental about people. The moment you hear about some, oh, you start judging people. And that's again, so social thing is not only about going to an NGO or going to a charitable institution and donating money over there or giving a check over there which you can afford. No, I don't call that charity at all. In fact, I think you have to be charitable from your heart first. You got to be kind. So there is discrimination. What for? I mean, bullying, it should be eradicated straight away. Like, I'll give you a small example. In the year, because I'm giving an example because it's the right time, 26th January. So I had come to Delhi from Nagaland on 20. I had to lead the parade at Kartavya Path. That time it was Rajpath. On 26th January 2008, Republic Day parade, I led the contingent, in fact. So that time on 15th January, we have the Army Day. And since Assam Rifles is part of the paramilitary home ministry, we do not march on the army parade ground. So I was doing the commentary. And the chief of the army staff at that time, General Deepak Kapoor, handpicked me. He liked my commentary for some reason. And he handpicked me, and I was doing the commentary at the chief's residence. So there was a big tree, and there was a stage set on a tree. And I took the mic and I said, this is my golden chance, this moment of my lifetime, because the president of India was there, the prime minister was there, the defense minister was there, the defense secretary was there, the three serving chiefs were there, the former chiefs were there, Air Marshal Arjun Singh was there. So such top brass was there. And I said, why is it that we have only a gentleman officer leading the parade? Why can't we have a lady officer leading the parade? And anyway, the matter, they say the universe conspires, right? So I do not mean to take the credit for that. Probably people may not even have remembered, but somewhere that point was noted somewhere. And 11 years later, down the line, in the year 2019, we had a first woman officer, Major Khushbu Kanwar, who led the Assam Rifles marching contingent, the same marching contingent that I had led after 11 years. So some people will say that, oh, I want to learn public speaking from you. I want to get rid of my stammering. I'll tell you something very interesting. There's a couple who lives in London. So they have a 12-year-old son, and his name is Vansh. So they've traveled the world. They've gone to US, UK, all over, and to look for a speech therapist so that someone can guide the son. He can get over his stammering. But they've invested in the best of speech therapists of the world. And no one could tell them how to get over stammering. Now, I've been there, done that. I have come from there. I've risen from the ranks from there. I myself used to stammer as a child. So I have no qualification in speech therapy. I have no qualification that way. But then, by virtue of experience, I worked with that boy. And within a couple of months, his stammering went away. He's a YouTuber, a very successful and a very, very popular YouTuber right now. And that, I would say, is a great success. In fact, no money can match that feeling. And surviving in this industry is very difficult. I know a lot of speakers who do not get paid, who are broke, who are bankrupt because they don't get paid. Let me tell you, in the year 2019, there was a company in Bangalore, I was in Bombay at that time. They had sent a private aircraft all the way from Bangalore to Bombay. I flew in that private aircraft. I gave my talk and I came back. Until then, I had not turned professional, which means I never used to charge money. अगर मैं जा रहा हूँ कहाँ पे एक प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन में, वो लोग मेरा एयरफेयर दे रहे हैं और टिकट्स दे रहे हैं और फूडिंग, बोर्डिंग, लॉजिंग, अकोमोडेशन, गाड़ी, पानी काफी है मेरे लिए. प्रमोशन हो गई, पोस्टर छपा दिया, बहुत है मेरे लिए. And I would do that. But in 2019 came a turning point where this private aircraft was sent for me. and because I couldn't go by a normal flight because timings were not matching. And उसके बाद the CMD of that company gave me a memento, a shawl, a bouquet, and very interestingly an envelope. तो मैंने वो envelope रखा अपने जेब में और पहला काम क्या करा मैंने, I went rushing towards the washroom कि भाई मैं भी तो देखूं आखिर इसमें है क्या. And I opened with a pounding heart and I saw a thank you note written on that, and very interestingly there was a check of 1,01,000 rupees. तो मैंने कहा भाई यार, that was my first earning as a speaker. So HDFC Life Insurance, they paid me 10.5 lakh rupees for that speaking assignment, and it was a multi-city tour, and I got, not that I was good or anything, I ended up receiving standing ovations for all the talks that I gave, not because I spoke very well, but because something I said that connected with a lot of people, and that qualified me now to be ranked by the media as the highest paid motivational speaker of India, apparently. I don't know, I don't think so, but ऐसा मैंने खुद पढ़ा मीडिया में आर्टिकल अपने बारे में, तो मेरे को भी खुशी भी हुई, उसका फायदा भी हुआ और उसका नुकसान भी हुआ. उसका नुकसान ये हुआ कि उसके बाद जो टॉक्स देने थे मेरे को, वो कैंसिल हो गए, लाइक टू NGOs and to schools and to low budget talks. They thought, अरे यार ये तो $1 million चार्ज करता है, over $1 million, इसको हम दे नहीं पाएंगे इतना. भाई मान कौन रहा था? I believe if you're passionate about something, you will do it, whether you get paid for it or you don't, right? Otherwise, business. आप एक धंधा चला रहे हो, आप धंधा चलाइए, आप कौन रोक रहा है? But even when I was doing films like Bajrangi Bhaijaan करी, Haider, the Tashkent Files, इनको सब national awards मिले थे. मैंने एक film की थी, The Ruffian, international film है. उसमें it's an English film where I played the title and the lead role in, and it's dubbed in Hindi and Malayalam as well. I got the Best Actor award for the Delhi International Film Festival in Australia. I got 2 awards for this, and it went out very well. But I felt I'm an artist, I'm a craftsman, I'm not a businessman. I never discuss commerce normally. I discuss art. And for commerce, there are people from my team who discuss commerce. I discuss art, and I say कि भाई मैं तो इस टॉक को ऐसे डिजाइन करूंगा और मैं चाहता हूं कि जो मुझे सुने उसको केवल मजा ही नहीं आए, उसको he should take home something, he should benefit something, it should benefit him in some way. जो लोग मेरे YouTube चैनल को फॉलो करते हैं, मेरा YouTube चैनल है मेजर मोहम्मद अली शाह के नाम से, so वो जो कमेंट करते हैं, those are the ones who are actually serious. अब व्यूज तो भैया आप कचरा भी डालिए, माफ कीजिएगा, आप कचरा भी डालेंगे ना, आपके मिलियन सब्सक्राइब हो जाएंगे, आप छींक भी देंगे, आपके मिलियन व्यूज हो जाएंगे उस पे. बट क्वालिटी कंटेंट which will appeal to a few section, but it will really appeal. So that is something which I am an advocate of. मैं उर्दू की शेर शायरी भी करता हूँ, कविता भी लिखता हूँ मैं, और I write poems and I do analysis as well. I do analysis on geopolitical issues, on defense analysis, political analyst भी हूँ. तो उस तरीके से, और मैं टीवी चैनल्स पे बोलता हूँ, ये नेशनल मीडिया चैनल्स पे, तो जिनको, and I have to be very very careful. I have to be extremely well read. I have to have my facts extremely on my fingertips. I should be ready with anything, with a topic. I should be ready with a breaking news कि भाई ऐसा हुआ है. At the same time, I should have my sources all over. So it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I would urge people, if they can come forward, and you can see my talks on my YouTube channel. If you like my delivery, if you like the way I speak, or if you find it interesting, or if you think मैं ज़रा भी थोड़ा बहुत knowledgeable हूँ, जो कि मैं नहीं हूँ वैसे, जो कि मैं वैसे नहीं हूँ, लेकिन अगर आपको लगता है तो हम साथ में मिलके बांट के हम काम कर सकते हैं. We can always be beneficial to each other. It would be a win-win situation for both of us.
And that's a wonderful message from Major Mohommed Ali Shah. And I think we are very grateful to you, sir, कि आप agree किया हमारे show पे आने के लिए, and I'll always be thankful for that. Ali Saab, what is one special message to all the brands and communities out there?
Well, I would say don't go by what the internet or what the Wikipedia says about a person or about me, जो आपने Wikipedia पे मेरे बारे में पढ़ा होगा, क्योंकि अक्सर वो wrong भी हो सकता है. मगर YouTube पे हाँ आपको accurate correct information मिलेगी YouTube पे मेरे बारे में, क्योंकि मैंने कई अनगिनत वीडियो है, हजारों से ऊपर वीडियो है, तो वो मैंने खुद पर्सनली अपने हाथों से, अपनी उंगलियों से डाले हैं मैंने. So that would not be wrong. That will not give you wrong input. And yes, I would urge you all to do subscribe and do share, and please like, subscribe, comment जरूर करेगा. जो मेरे YouTube की वीडियोस पे कमेंट करता है भैया, वो मेरा दोस्त बन जाता है वो.
और हम सबको ये जरूर बोलेंगे कि please get in touch with him through his YouTube as well, because he has some amazing videos out there, and the way he speaks about a particular issue and a subject, this is absolutely great and very insightful. Okay, we all want to be where Major Mohommed Ali Shah is. Reach out to him for additional assistance, guidance. He has been mentoring people all over the world on their communication skills, confidence, and attitude. His details are available in the feed and the video. Please get in touch with him. And Ali Sahab, आपका बहुत बहुत thanks है कि आप आए.
शुक्रिया आपका भी, शुक्रिया.